Hi everybody, I'm Elizabeth Riecks and this is Thursday Thoughts. It is Thursday, September 15th, 2022. And I am here by the pond with my amazing boys. They're somewhere back there hidden behind the trees. Hopefully they'll show up and I can scratch them on the screen. So building off of what we were talking about last week with non-demanding time, I wanted to just bring them out here and thank them for an incredible day. I had the honor of working with Lockie Phillips from Emotional Horsemanship, who came all the way from Spain to visit the US, and we were one of his stops here at Wild Song. And I had a lesson with him this morning with Justoro. Amazing. And then after that, I put Justoro away, grabbed Riggins, popped him in the trailer, and drove down to Parker to have my lesson with Nishan Cook. So I feel like such a lucky girl that I got to have a lesson with two amazing horsemen in one day. They have very different styles, but they both come from such a soulful place, such a deeply caring place, and they both seek softness and connection with the horse, which is what I'm always seeking as well. So many things that came up in each of these lessons that I'm sure I'll be spending weeks breaking down, and hopefully one of the themes will show up in the next Thursday Thoughts. But I think that the through line for both of them, the most common thread that we experienced these last couple of days with Lockie in the clinic, and then that really showed up today in my session with Nishan, was the concept of emotional congruence. So many of you probably already know what emotional congruence is, but for those of you who don't, it's when our internal state of being really matches our external state of being. So I'm sad inside and I'm sad on the outside, for example. Happy on the inside, happy on the outside. Emotional incongruence is when I'm sad on the inside but happy on the outside. The horses pick up on this because it comes through in our body. It comes through on a sensory level that horses are very talented in perceiving, and it can impact so much of what we want to do with them. So it was just brilliant to see how much of a priority that was for both of these gentlemen and how they start their work with their horses and their humans, of course. I think it became the most clear and visceral for me in my session with Nishan. And this is nothing, it hasn't been anything new to me, but I certainly felt it more emphatically. I've known this for so long, but I really felt it today, and I understood it on a deeper level. I brought my, emotional state honestly to the lesson early on, which involved some tears. It's okay. I'm in a good space, y'all. But we should cry, and we should be allowed to cry about, things that frustrate or upset us, and being able to do that around our horses. So I opened with that, which actually caused Riggins to move into a state of relaxation, because he was really holding space for me to just be clear and honest with what I was feeling. And then when I got on, he wouldn't move. I could have gotten him to move, with the wand, with creating energy. Even, I don't like to kick horses. I rarely, if ever, do that. But I could have gotten him to move, but that wasn't the point. The point was to try and become softer and kinder, even and more connected in my horsemanship. And so just from the feel and the thought of it, he wasn't able to go forward because he was kind of still stuck in this energy. And so I dismounted, remounted, kind of reset, and then he was able to move forward. Something had freed up because we just reset the energy. And then when I was walking, still the walk was a little stiff, and Nishan asked me to breathe into some area on my body that was locked up, and perhaps there was a memory tied in with that. And hip flexors came to mind. That has, feels locked up for me a lot. And so I just breathed into that area, acknowledged whatever image or thought came to my mind, and suddenly Riggins moved out into this really free walk. It was a beautiful moment, and made me a little choked up again. But it's so important for me to share with you all this experience, because we talk so much about horsemanship and how to how to manage space and boundaries. And while the goal is always to be soft, sometimes it's not exactly clear how to get there. And a big takeaway for this week is that the way to get there is to truly start by aligning with how you feel, whatever it is. Being honest with yourself and being honest with the horse about what's going on internally for you. Oh, we have a Justora? There's a Justora. I love you, buddy. So with that, thank you for watching Thursday Thoughts. Think about it the next time you're with your horse. What are you feeling? Can you say it out loud? Can you put it to words? And can you really sit with it and be okay with it, whatever it is? And then start to work with your horse. All right. Much love from Wild Song Ranch. Namaste, everybody.